The streets are rough. They can be unforgiving and relentless. One wrong turn and you can lose everything to a desperate thug who wants what you got. A thug like me. To make it out here, you gotta be smart. Gotta be ready to throw hands and even take a few licks yourself. Most importantly, you gotta have a friend to watch your back. A friend like Grace. She saved my hide once, and we were tight ever since. She's honest and loyal, a rare find down my side of town. But we drifted apart once I found out she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. To her, being out here was a little getaway from the posh life. Just fun and games. But to me, this is life. I don't get to go home to a mansion of luxury and security at the end of the day. Now she's a member of the Iron Dragoons, and here I am left with nostalgic memories of someone who used to have my back.
You're pretty much all on the floor, kind of traumatized out, Wilker, and the two Iron Dragoon that were chasing you this whole time catch up, pick you up, and start dragging you out of the building. So because rules-wise, trauma-wise, because you experienced a trauma during the score, you're kind of out.
Sure.
But depending on how long this goes, I'll allow you to jump back in if you see necessary and stuff like that. We'll see. Just play by ear for both of us, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So with the rest of you guys have just intimidated the halflings, and you tried to get more information out of them. You couldn't really get much. You tried some, pretty much unsuccessful, and now you guys are in the room.
I'm bleeding. Count Sacula, bleeding.
Are they still I mean, did we incapacitate them?
You incapacitated one of them, and then they all kind of huddled near the window, and they're just like, "Just leave us alone. Just go."
Yeah, they're kind of like carting off the one that was injured. They're
I think we should kill him.
Assholes.
Do we have any leads? I don't remember.
You did hear Wilker talk about Willow being in the atrium and stuff when he was zooming around because you guys have the necklaces so far speaking.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we tried to get answers out of them, got nothing.
Yeah.
So
now we just kill them.
So yeah, we just got to get rid of the witnesses.
No.
Remember killing.
Killing can be just as damning.
Yeah.
You know what? We're already getting so much fucking heat from this.
This one's hot.
Killing.
This one is so hot.
I don't know.
Did you hear the fucking smoke bombs going off outside the
No,
door?
you didn't. You didn't hear it because you guys went all the way at the end of the hallway.
But I mean, he was dressed as a robot and fell like 40 feet to the marble floor.
Our engineer did the most conspicuous thing I think any of us have ever done.
We all heard him talk about Willow being in the atrium.
Yes, and you remember you only hear stuff one-sided.
So Willow was the one who would have had the scroll to begin with, or was planning all of this.
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much Priest Peters was like, Willow probably has the scroll, and she is the one that's hosting his golem.
I wish we had a bag of holding so we could put all these happening.
And yeah, for real.
I know.
Okay, and to take a step back, Wilker was dressed as a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Bug was dressed as Count Sacula.
yeah.
I look like a little cowboy.
A little goblin cowboy.
A little goblin cowboy.
I honestly don't remember what I was dressed as.
You were
frontiersmen, right?
All I know is I'm still wearing my favorite jacket.
You're wearing aviators. You didn't put a mask. Like we all had masquerade masks.
And I just put on AV.
I got it just a second.
Something like that. It's something really dumb.
Mine's great because my mask is just like a half of a gallon.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Wilker, small mechanical golem. DeMarco, formal shirt, vest, dress pants, normal jacket, aviators, fantasy black boots with buckles. Nux, nicest sack, paper bag on head, black cape, Count Sacula.
Bravo.
Vez, rustic skin with bolo tie, goblin mask, but just the top half that is angry looking.
I have fringe.
My little goblin cowboy.
I have fringe.
Yeah.
Don't forget the fringe.
Yeah.
Fringe is maybe the most important.
Iora/Sable, full elven princess, full gown, hair pulled back, heels trained behind, silver colored wearing an animal mask.
I remember it was like braids, so many braids.
So many braids.
Yes.
So many braids. What a great
there you
looking
go.
group.
Yeah.
Vez has no imagination. Just put a goblin mask on me.
I'd like to dress as a goblin. I guess we're going to Willow.
We're headed to the atrium.
All right. So as you guys go to the atrium, you notice that there's no music playing, and you hear someone's voice saying something. And as you get closer, you can. It's like you catch the end of it. It's like, and sorry for the commotion. The Iron Dragoon has taken care of it. Let's get this party back started. And you hear the music kick back up as you're as you guys get into the atrium. And remember, there's like 400 plus people here. Maybe not as many right now. So people look shaken, but you can tell there's servants giving out as much alcohol as possible right now.
Are the Iron Dragon like more on alert now because of the whole disturbance with Wilker?
Yeah, so as you look around, you probably see a couple kind of walking around.
Yeah, okay.
And Nux, Bug, as you enter in, you're fairly certain you see the behind of a beautiful woman with black hair that's pulled up in a way that kind of fans out in a beautiful gown. And you know by that fair skin, it must be your love, Matilda.
Sorry.
I didn't want to say the wrong name.
Like you look down, your Josh wrote it down in his head. It's like Matilda.
Matilda's blonde, so it's not her.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh, because I got mixed up. Because you're like, oh yeah, because in that one episode,
they
you're
look
like
my thought was it looked like her,
but
except
with the blonde hair.
She's wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Oh,
but no, okay, never mind. The same thing, but with blonde hair.
Later, guys.
You notice that she is walking with another man.
Oh, shit.
It's the other Count Sacula. No!
Oh shit.
Is it really the other Count Sacula? Is that confirmed?
roll a d6.
That's actually pertinent information.
All right, roll a. Is this in your favor or not in your favor?
Part.
I don't know if it. I don't know.
All right, 1, 2, it's not, and everything else, it is.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. The Battle of the Saculas.
So what do you guys do, or maybe what does Bug
she
do?
probably helped me pick out this costume.
No!
She's into Sacula.
I hate you all.
Let's see. Do I have beliefs here? I just need to worry about Vez pretty much.
And you like nice things. There's a lot of nice things going on, right?
Well, there are some nice things. I was just thinking, should I help Bug on this? But yeah, I don't think I need to.
If anything, I would say Vez needs to track down Willow. I mean, because you're this kind of scouter and all that.
Do I know what Willow looks like? Did Wilker say anything about Willow? Other than, she's there? Well, how did he know?
You all know what Willow looks like because you tried to make the first double cross to begin with, or make the first crossing the Church of Palor.
I thought we went to Wilver, not Willow.
You went to Wilver as well.
Jesus.
Wilver.
Halflings.
Willow
Willow is a halfling.
Yeah, she's
Wilker.
I am not a halfling.
I mean,
they're all the Underhills.
Pretty much the same thing, right?
Are you going to stop him from getting her in the Sacula?
Wow. Wow.
No, Bug knows she's a prostitute. Something he's probably made his peace with by now, or they wouldn't still be a thing.
It's her job.
It is a job that she may not enjoy, which is why he's trying to save up money and help her get out of it. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to do anything, I would want to follow and make sure that she's safe.
Okay.
Not interrupt.
Not creepy at all.
All right. So if you start following...
I will... I
don't know if I would catch Bug, but I would. DeMarco would probably try to stop him and be like,
probably,
"We're on a mission."
You've never met Matilda.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever met Matilda.
Yeah, but I'd still be like, "Hey, where are you going?"
Oh,
chances are fair. I don't know. I don't know if you guys even know Matilda exists. First off,
yeah. So I guess you could do that.
Yeah, if you try to slink off, DeMarco's gonna be like, "Hey, where are you going? We got a job to do here." I gotta keep the party in line. It's one of my beliefs. Or
look at you using your beliefs.
Call if you need me, and I'll tap the gem, and I'll walk away.
But are you going to be available if we need you? I mean, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm walking away. I'm not looking
he walks
back.
Away. So as you follow,
I'm trying to do it inconspicuously, if that helps.
Yeah, with how many people and we're in costume, it's a-okay. So yeah, you follow. They go up to the third floor, they go down. Since you were on the third floor on the right, you go down the second floor on the left, and they go down. You see her and this Count Sacula go down the hallway about midway and go into a room and close the door.
So I'm looking for Willow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How you doing this?
Using my little goblin eye.
All right. So you're just gonna kind of look around and survey.
Yeah.
Little goblin cowboy.
My little goblin cowboy.
This is how cowboys walk. It's survey?
Survey, probably. Yep.
Or hunt.
Or hunt. Yeah, whichever one you want.
Well, since I got 3 in hunt.
The risky standard.
655.
Oh, wow.
Good roll.
Damn.
Like he's got his thumbs hooked into his pockets, walking bow-legged. Yes.
So you were hearing all this kind of stuff, or like you just got right at the end of the conversation of like Willow giving this, and she was on the 3rd floor, up at the top, kind of looking down. Like there's like a little jut out in the atrium, almost like a little balcony, and she was there, and she's probably with 3 or 4 other people. Let's go with 4 people, and they're standing behind her. And so you see her leave and start walking down to the left. So you guys are on the right. She's going to the left with these people.
Snap, snap.
Yep. What people is she going with?
Opium den people.
Let's see. There is a person dressed as a Valkyrie, and there is a person dressed as a werewolf. And then there is a person dressed in red robes, and I didn't have anything for the fourth. Let's go with 3 people because I.
What about Willow? What's she dressed as?
She's dressed as a little giant.
Oh God, that's right.
That's so dumb.
That's so dumb.
Oh yeah, like a hill giant, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
And it's very insensitive.
yes, yes.
I'll tell Tusk what we're doing, and I'm gonna take Vez by the hand, and I think we are going to follow.
God damn it.
They're going to follow. So you guys are going.
We're going to catch up to the group and join the group.
So yeah, you're just going across the main atrium on there.
And I guess what I'll do is I'll follow them from behind, keep a good distance apart from us, but keep an eye on their back, so to speak, and just make sure that everything's okay, and then that nothing interrupts them from what they're trying to do,
all right,
so to speak. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And walking across the atrium, I will grab a glass of red wine.
FYI, my hands are super sweaty. Nasty sweaty.
It sounds like you're taking the point, so go ahead and roll a fortune die.
All right. Come on, Geekspective. Treat me right.
4. 1, 2.
That's neither favoring or,
It explodes.
It's kind of in between.
And coins ran out.
So yeah, you guys are following. They're going down the atrium. There are 2 hallways that run both sides of these buildings. And you see Willow and her little entourage, we'll call it, going down one of the hallways. And there's a group of people that are walking the opposite way, and they stop and they start talking.
Mm-hmm. Great.
What do you guys do?
So they're blocking the way, so to speak? Or?
Well, they're just stopped in the hallway, which gives us a chance to catch. Yeah. We got this, Vez.
Oh, God. All right.
Who does what?
I will sidle and give it just a little listen to see if I can jump into a conversation.
So they're like, so Willow's not running the conversation, or entourage. The people that stopped them are you could say running the conversation, and it's a person dressed up as a sad clown that is running the conversation. And so they're like, oh, did you hear about the stouts there? They're not doing too well right now, and I heard that. And so they're just it's this gossip.
Yep. Sure, I can totally swing in on gossip. We can do that.
What is gossip?
Exactly. For Vez is like, what the fuck is going on?
So yeah, I will just insert myself into the conversation, and well, you know what they say about the stouts. They have trouble keeping it in them to themselves, as they say. So I think that's part of the problem. But you didn't hear that from me.
So you're trying to consort, pretty much.
Yeah, let's consort.
All right.
Roll it out.
Yeah.
3 and a 4.
Or, sorry, that was probably, we'll go controlled standard because he's rolling in, knowing what's going on. So 4.
Yep.
So how do you want to run this conversation? So they actually start engaging with you in gossip.
Good. I just want to, I don't care what we talk about. I don't care how long we talk. I just need to be in the group.
Yeah. So you guys are because usually there's like social circles and people kind of moving around and stuff. And it's like, clearly you are part of that circle of people talking now.
And so, I mean, I will spend the next few minutes of this conversation trying to kind of backpedal, because what I said was a little out there. Like I say, I don't care what we talk about as long as I'm included.
Yeah, you're totally included. And so the bad part is we're going to start one of these very large clocks.
Uh-huh.
You pointed to absolutely
nothing. Let the record state that Josh pointed to nothing, but then he's creating actually a very small clock that only contains 4 pieces. I was expecting something that had 12, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys you're pretty much controlling the conversation. They talk. The person in the red robe is like, Willow, we need to get going. And she's like, oh yes. You are all invited to come along if you want.
Yep, let's go.
So go ahead and roll another d6.
Fortune.
Yep.
6. There it is.
Yay. She keeps on going down the same hallway, and she's like, oh, come along. And as she's walking down the hallway, it's like, I don't know how religious you all are, but we're going to have a little prayer time and before we go back and, to deal with the rest of the people. I need my spiritual guidance here. And she motions to the lady in the red robes to pray and cleanse oneself sometimes and make sure everything's on the up and up with deities.
Am I within earshot? I mean,
yes, you totally, yeah.
I just wanted to be like, I love God. God's great. Praying is so wonderful.
Wonderful.
She's like, oh, really? Like, who do you worship?
It's a dragon. Yeah.
She's like, oh, that would make sense. But we aren't going to be worshiping dragons right now.
Yeah, this is where I squeeze Vez's hand pretty hard. You're like, shut the fuck up, honey.
I'm helping.
She opens it up into, you can clear, at this point, or I guess you guys haven't really been in a lot of rooms yet, so I can't.
Many rooms.
So this room, you could tell, was like a very large bedroom, and they have moved all the kind of the regular bed furniture out there, and there's like a circle with some really nice red candles, and there's like a little basin in the middle, and there's just people that's all sitting around and like looked at you excitedly as everyone enters.
Tusk, you're not in the room, right? You're hanging
I guess
back?
I'm not in the room. I don't know if they're inviting me too, because I was a good distance from them. Not like
okay,
kind of like I was with them, but not with them. These two. So I suspect that they wouldn't include me into the group or like expect me to show up. That'd be pretty weird.
Be outside the door or something like that.
Yeah,
but
I'll be outside the door,
and I'll certainly talking to very quietly,
or
whispering to myself that hey, we're down the hallway, 4th door on the left,
right? Yeah. Or if you could like do something like leave something to keep the door just a little bit ajar so I can peek in. Like as you walk in, you leave I don't know, something to kind of keep the door from. Like if you were to enter last,
Yeah, that's totally Vez territory right there.
That's Vez territory. Vez could do something like that, just like drop a spur.
So are you trying to stop the door or what?
Keep it from shutting all the way so that I can keep it, so I can kind of peer in because I don't think they're.
Depends on the doors. There's so many doors.
You get what I mean, though, right?
Just Jimmy the latch so it doesn't hit latch.
Put a piece of tape on the latch.
Sounds like a tinker. How do you do it, Vez?
Do you have a tinker?
What kind of doors?
Or I imagine it's a normal door.
Yeah, it's a mansion, normal bedroom door.
Okay, so Vez
I'm
goes...
glad I threw that on Vez. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Shit, I don't have anything in Tinker, but at all. So Vez, as everybody's moving in, I let go of... Vez lets go of Iora's hand and goes, I gotta fix my boot. And bends down right before the doors closing it, and ruffles into his pocket and pulls out a mahjong tile, and he'll put it in between the door so that it's a good 0.75 inch gap in between the door.
All right, give me a tinker roll.
I have nothing, so I roll 2 and take the lowest.
Yep, and it's a risky standard.
I rolled 1.
Good.
Standard. You drop all the mahjong tiles out of your...
Do you want the mahjong tiles? But
I could I could do that. I have a pocket full of mahjong tiles.
So you bend over and you're like, there's a whole bunch of mahjong tiles come out, and you're probably like, oh god,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a noise. And it didn't work well.
And so as you're trying to clean up, someone, a person walks in, helps you try to clean up. They're like, oh, are you here? I'll help you out. And as you look up, you see a fan of an opera person, and it's Adira Woodrow, and you know that she is part of the Hidden Dagger. And she's picking it up. She's like, oh, hey there, Vez. Mind if I join you? This is in a whisper tone.
I mean, if you're going to help me pick up tiles, yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's the least I can do.
Thanks.
Is this something I could see them happen? Where
you see that outside.
I see that, and I see him drop all his tiles, and it's like...
Yeah, and then you're you notice, probably since you're right outside the door, you notice you're the person that kind of slipped in is...
I'll help pick up tiles, too. I'll be helpful, and I'll pick up tiles for Vez, and be like,
Sorry you dropped your mahjong tiles there, buddy. Let me help you out there.
And I'll get involved in this make like a
Three-way?
Three-way mahjong pickup.
Three-way scramble mahjong pickup.
right,
game.
yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, so are you trying to get in the room as well then?
This is my way in. I'll be
guess
like,
So what were you doing, buddy?
Oh, we're gonna pray.
Oh, that
Love
sounds
praying.
that sounds great. I would like to pray with all of you.
That sounds like a sway.
a sway.
And we'll do, since of the failure, we'll do a desperate
boy.
standard.
I love the fact that I have no sway.
Well, it makes it desperate even more so.
Wait. Can I lead a thing here?
You can
Can I
assist, but unless you're going to wrap around this mahjong pickup thing as well. Wait a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
A weird thing. Oh God, the bad guy's right here.
I'm
I see
gonna.
there was only really 10 tiles.
It's become
I'm going to turn around and say, "Oh my God, Vez, I didn't even know your cousin was here. DeMarco, come on in. This is great. So good to see you again. But you and the Phantom of the Opera, whoever, you need to stay away from my husband. You're nasty, and I don't want you around him."
So are you? You're pretty much.
you're nasty.
So you're leading a sway with these three? then?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone roll sway, and do you guys have the group ability where all sixes are counted? I forget.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Let me look at my.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got all those
I
abilities.
still roll.
You still roll
and get the
2d6
lowest.
at the lowest.
Wait, no,
No.
we don't. We
Okay.
have slippery.
Okay. That's okay.
It's something different. So sway.
Yeah, sway. And this is still desperate.
I got 2 threes, so
you
cool.
get experience.
Cool
Okay.
beans.
Oh,
I rolled
you
a
can-
6 and a 3.
Oh, good for
yeah,
you.
but I'm 3. I have
It's
no
fine.
sway.
Two straight.
I
All
don't
right,
get
2 stress, and I get a 6/4/4.
All right, so you guys do it, but
I take
this
2
whole
stress.
situation really stresses you the fuck out.
Yeah.
You get 1 experience.
2 stress and 1 experience.
Like herding cats.
Yep.
Okay.
And so you all kind of go into the room. Let's go back to Bug.
My number one belief is that Matilda needs protection
Yeah.
and
Oh,
deserves
shit.
better.
Okay, so yeah, you're at the store.
So, like, I don't think there's any situation where I'm not staying with her.
Okay. Well, what do you do when, as you're at the store? 5 to let's say 10 minutes has passed.
Do I hear anything?
Do you want to listen for things?
I think it would be one of those things where, like,
Janus Jonas.
well, like,
That would be a rash.
He's the other Sacula.
like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Yeah.
But sometimes you still ask that question. I think he's asking that question.
With how keen Bug's senses are in a way, yeah, you put your ear to the door and yeah.
It's Janus Jonas. You know it.
Bead necklace.
He's
Bead
trying to
necklace.
make that sale.
Here's my talisman.
Let's put even this.
What do you mean?
You just hear sounds. I'm not
What
going
do
to.
you-
Nope.
What
nope,
were you? What
nope,
were you
nope,
considering?
Nope.
dictating?
Nope. Just
Josh
go.
was going to make noises.
No, I was not going to make. I was.
Tell me I'm better than the other Sacula.
No, they act out
Put
like
your
the
hand inside me.
Oh my!
That escalated so fast.
Can you refresh my memory? There is an item on my sheet called a silence potion.
Oh, okay.
It costs. I remember it doesn't cost any weight.
All right.
But can you tell me exactly what it does?
Is it just for your
I don't-
book?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm guessing it probably makes you so you're more quiet.
What
I-
are you? I've actually
I
got the
can't-
equipment up right
I
here.
can't remember if it's an area or if it's.
Are you the
No.
lurk?
He's a lurk.
I am the lurk.
All right.
A vial of golden liquid that negates all sound within 10 paces of the drinker for a span of several moments. So it's kind of like a very small silence for a little bit of time.
Is Bug crazy enough that he would?
Yeah.
I am trying to ration it
Okay,
by
yeah.
talking.
Okay, good.
Is he crazy enough that he would drink it and walk in and hide in a corner and watch?
Number 1 belief.
I mean, I don't know if she's actually getting hurt or if she's just having sex.
It sounds.
Number
It
one
sounds
belief.
like. It sounds like.
I think I would do it.
This
Yeah.
is getting a
I
weird
think
territory.
But Bug's a weird
Totally
guy. Like,
And so Count Sacula's doing his business in there, and turns around and there's another Count Sacula, quietly watching in the corner.
the 8-foot tall, completely silent Count Sacula.
God, I'm dying.
Oh my god.
I'm your conscience.
Exactly.
What are you doing with your
He
life?
just has like a placard that says, "I'm your conscience."
So you're using it?
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to say that the cloak I'm wearing is my fine shadow cloak, which gives me greater effect when I'm sneaking. And I'm going to...
Oh, that's another item?
Yeah.
That's a load, right?
It's a 1 load.
Okay.
So I've just assuming I have it.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, I figure it makes sense.
You're using the potion?
Yeah, and then I'm going to use the potion, and I'm just going to...
So you're already doing greater effect, and then this potion will give you another die.
Well, it's greater effect minus down to normal effect because I'm wounded.
It would have been... Yeah, so it's greater than normal.
Yeah.
And then you get an additional die from the potion.
Okay, so I'm going to prowl for 4 dice.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That better work.
Oh, man.
I crit. I got 2 6s.
Oh, you lose a stress.
I love Matilda.
How does
of course
that
I
make
lose
you
a
feel
stress.
better? That's weird. It's so weird. If I could get in there and just watch them,
There's no way that he is not in love with Matilda and has not accepted in some way that this is what she does.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because you probably lose a stress because you're like, oh gosh, she's
and
here.
Now he feels better because he knows. And I will totally crack that door open, find the dark corner of the room, and then just watch.
Sack off.
So I'm actually at 0 stress now. Wow. For the record.
We'll go to Wilker.
And that is probably going to be me all heist is following her.
Yeah.
Unless something
Until she dies,
Until something happens, or it's going to be hard. Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Until she transforms into a Gorgon.
Oh, shit. Didn't even think about that. All right, so Wilker.
I still love her.
You're all like kind of traumatized out, and the Iron Dragoon had picked you up, dragged you out. They actually took you off the property, kind of threw you out into the ditch, you could say, and they told you don't come back. And they're like, we pretty much would have taken you downtown, but we're on duty to protect this place. And they walk back into the building and leave you there.
Wow. Yeah, I mean his servos are all broken.
Yeah, your whole cost because you use both of your armor, so yeah, your costume is fucked up.
Well, so I don't have any sneaking ability, none whatsoever. Wilker's not going to sneak in anywhere. Actually, I did. I took 1 dot of prowl, so I have 1 dot of prowl.
There you go.
So what time of day is it now?
It's night. It's been night.
It's been night for a while.
And you got all kinds of stress to take now.
Oh yeah, I got stress on the wazoo.
Yeah.
Side note, Brother John, did you give yourself an XP for that desperate? Or
Did
whoever?
we all give ourselves
Yeah, it was
one, or
the
just
same.
him? Yeah.
he got it.
And I assume that goes into my...
The equivalent for that.
So it was sway, so
Yep.
it was resolve. Okay.
I made an equipment sheet for myself so that I
Oh, Jesus.
I have like 5 equipments on here.
Well, Dad's getting into it when he starts making his own stuff.
That's the sign right there.
Yeah.
The light's going on.
So I'm gonna use my bandolier, another bandolier,
Okay.
and one of the items in a bandolier.
That's your last bandolier slot, right?
Yeah, my last bandolier, but each bandolier has 3 uses.
Right. You use one for the smoke bomb.
Yeah, I've completely filled up my first
Oh,
bandolier.
you had 2 bandoliers?
Well, you can have 2 bandoliers.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was asking. Yeah.
And the cross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
yeah.
this is I'm starting my second bandolier.
Okay.
There is an item on the list called Spark, the drug Spark that you can have in your bandolier.
Okay.
Which I guess gives you a little boost of energy.
Sure.
And so Wilker was feeling kind of down, so he's going to spark himself.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
He's feeling reckless, if you would say.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes you
Wilker's back, baby.
and it makes you crackle with electrical energy also.
+1 for your next roll.
Yeah. So wow.
What does it look like?
Yeah, really.
How do you do it?
Yeah. Well, see, I for a 0, I can have syringes in my blowgun. So I just whip out a syringe and just like juice myself. I'm like, I gotta get back in the fight. I can't go out like this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
This is PG, baby.
Takes out
Whatever.
the electrical cord, wraps it around
Right.
his arm.
Exactly, and pulls out one of his blowgun syringes and just doses himself. Woo!
Jeez.
Whoa!
All right.
I see things so clearly now.
I am the walrus.
I will say over the far speaking amulet. Oh, Wilker's back, baby!
Vez pees just a little bit.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm ready to wreck some stuff. What's coming up? What do you need?
Then you hear and you see Vez in the room, like kneel down. Dear God,
Dear Dragon Lord.
please let us survive the night.
Did I hear something about a door?
Who can talk to him right now?
Yeah, Wilker's gonna prowl onto the property.
All right.
Ditching the robot outfit. Just give it up on the golem.
It's a good idea.
Because in Wilker's mind, maybe they won't recognize him now. It takes off the little helmet and the.
So this sounds like risky standard, and you get a +1. So you got 2 die for this one.
So I have 1 die in.
And then you got +1 for juicing.
All right, so I got 2 die in prowl. Let's go, Wilker. 4.
4. You can still do it though.
You're in.
You're in.
It just hurt a little.
Yeah. So tell me how you get in. Where you go, and what's your point?
So
of getting back
is
in?
there a fence around the property?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty small once I get out of my robot armor.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a Wilker sneak, which he's never done before. So he looks really furtive as he does it, but he's feeling pretty proud. He's feeling pretty confident now.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to kind of go over to the fence and look innocent and then just push my way through the slats in the fence.
And you can, if you want to get into the building, tell me how you do that.
Yeah, I'll just go looking for a window.
Oh yeah, for sure. Give me a fortune die then.
So it was your spark die that got you in, right?
Yeah.
What was your other die? This is a good point. We probably should tell all the dice we roll because some people will be interested and see how close you were to fucking up.
I rolled a 2 and a 4. My first die was a 2, and then the cocked one that was a 4. So that was clearly the spark die. 2 on the fate die.
2. All right. As you're going back onto the property and looking for an open window, you see that there's actually some smoke coming out of one of the windows, and you're able to get in and pass into the curtain, and you're in a really smoky gambling parlor now.
Okay. So how shot is our mission at this point? I mean, Wilker's been doing his own thing. He has no idea what's going on with everybody else.
We're praying.
Yeah,
Dear Dragon Lord.
Your bad effect is I'm going to start another clock and put a segment in it.
Well, then again, since we're praying, I guess we are talking
We
to somebody
could
who's
like
not in the
mumble.
right.
We're in a room with Willow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paylor, I guess.
I made another Fortic clock and filled up one.
Honestly, if you don't want to get involved with this would be a great chance to swipe some shit.
Yeah. Because what was the last mission? I used that rug that I used as, to hold that one crystal. I hawked that for 1 coin. So
because to be honest, we're going to have to spend a lot of coin to
Get down this heat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Willow knows what we're here for, right?
When we went to try to do the double cross, that was Wilver. Okay,
And then
so
Willow is the one you're like, hey, let's meet up and then make this happen. And then she's like, well, I'm going to have a representative there.
Okay, so we know her, she knows us?
Yeah.
So,
right.
but I guess
you're all wearing costumes right now.
Right, but we know her costume. I mean, we can see through her costume to see who she is. And
Well, luckily no one's rolled.
Literally, Vez is dressed like a goblin.
Mm-hmm. For right now, until something goes really bad,
so 2 rounds.
the costumes are working.
And my aviators are working.
Aviators are working.
The sad clowns in this room with those.
Yeah, sad clouds in there. Oh, that's what I was making note. I was making note of who's all in this room.
I was like, sad clouds in there.
Yep. Do you all take a seat to begin with?
Are there chairs?
Yeah, there's chairs.
And everybody else is sitting?
Yeah, everyone's
Is this
starting to
is this
get-
how
Why
we're praying
not?
in this church?
Oh, God. Are they strapped in?
No.
Okay, thank God. Okay, I'll sit.
And so, yeah, Willow
But
sits-
not in the middle.
Yeah.
They're-
Willow
Is it a
sits-
circle?
It's a circle.
They're going to have us all touch a crystal,
God
and
damn
it's going to be
it.
really weird.
Do you all sit down, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I sit down.
And so Willow's just like, oh, well, I'm glad you're all joined us. I don't know if many of you worship the Order of Fire and Blood, but perhaps tonight we can change that.
Fire and blood.
Oh, wait. That's a thing.
a
right?
Yep, it is a thing.
Yeah.
That's,
Isn't we
Oh, that's affection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
we saved that lady, right?
and we rescued the lady.
Oh, shit.
I still have her name written down.
Please don't tell me this is some weird speed grapher thing where we have to, fuck a lady.
God.
Okay.
I was like, we're...
What?
Because we stole that she's special to the whatever. I'm like, is this how you get your magical powers? Is by
Sacrificing her?
having some weird sex religion
no.
with girl?
Speed grapher is
Like
this
the Da
anime
Vinci
where
Code?
there's this forget it. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, that's our anime podcast.
I'll tell you later if you even care.
Chandra
about it.
Velanese? Is that a name?
Chandra Valenice is the lady that wanted to be rescued, and Santha Bloodfire was the one that gave you the job.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So, do I recognize Chandra?
Chandra is not here.
Okay.
However, so Will's like, "Oh, well, go ahead and run the service, Santhra." And the red robe person takes off their head, and then Santhra Bloodfire
Takes off their head?
Oh man!
I said the robe, not their head.
You said their head!
You said their
You
head.
did say head.
You'll hear it.
So yeah, Santhra takes off her hood and not her head. She starts to run a sermon. It's probably really out there for all three, for everyone in here except Willow and some other people are like, yeah, this is great. Going to be at some point she talks about like the magic powers of blood and fire and all that bullshit.
What's it supposed to do for me?
Do you ask that?
No, I'm just asking you, Josh. Is there stuff talking about like promises and things?
Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of promises.
What's the promises?
Tell me a promise.
Okay, one of the promises.
Promise us, Josh.
Okay, yeah. So one of the promises is like if you give your blood, you will be bestowed magical powers.
Pretty good.
That sounds like a pretty good deal. I got a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And you don't have very many magical powers.
Yeah. And another thing is like, hey, if you ever have questions, just consult the fire. Yeah.
I rolled my eyes real hard.
Exactly. That one probably.
What should I have for dinner, Fire? Marshmallows. Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, like this sounds like out of character in real life. That sounds so like an insane person's pick.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Fire, am I pretty?
No, not even that.
Crackle,
It's like,
crackle.
hey, if you give me your blood, you'll get magical powers. Got a problem about it? Consult the fire.
At one point they talk about like a lord. They just probably just say lord to begin with. So some kind of head figure.
Lord of Light?
No. No. Actually, no.
No.
I know who the lord would be, and it's definitely not the Lord of Light. And
I heard if you hold a candle in the mirror at midnight and say, blood lord, it'll appear and give you magic.
something along those lines definitely is said for one of those. At some point, they ask for tithings, and Willow puts up her hand, and Santhra brings the basin and takes a very fine-pointed knife and pricks her finger, and a few droplets of blood go into the basin.
Basin?
Yeah. Now, and she starts
What's the basin look like? Is it like a really nice one?
No, it's just like a
The popcorn bucket.
yeah. We're gonna grease this up later. No, it is just made of stone. It's like this is a dark stone.
I'm not gonna dump my blood in this dumb stone.
My blood deserves marble.
That's right.
I think it's gold.
I don't even
Something
put
nice.
my blood in the finest of materials.
And so they start going around the circle. Who's going to approach first out of you three?
Oh, Vez is up.
All
Magic powers sound fucking great,
So,
to be quite honest.
The basin has a little bit in it, and they go up to you, or
yeah, well...
and Santhra's like, do you want to worship the blood and fire?
Well, I mean, magic powers sound great.
Yes. After so many tithings, you should have magic powers.
How many tithings?
Well, it depends. It's different for every person.
I'm like,
Like,
Santhra can't even keep a straight
is it-
face.
Like NPC keeps it straight. I can't keep it straight.
well, like, what's the metric?
So as you're saying this, Willow chimes up and she's like, well, it only took me 1 week, and now I have magic powers.
What can you do?
Oh, I'll show you later.
Vez kind of like squints. Like, what do you mean? Like, when later?
Couple hours?
Can we meet up a little while?
That sounds like a consort or sway.
I just want to.
Sway.
Would it just be you and me? Yeah. I have nothing in sway.
Would this be risky standards?
6'5".
Oh,
Hell yeah.
do it. So
Look, Vez is actually interested.
yeah, so Willow kind of, you can see the smallest tinge of a blush. Just she's not totally, but a very blush. And she's like, of course, I can show you a whole bunch later. And I'm going to fill up the K clock.
K for kinky, kissing,
Kicking it.
cool. Basically, in the back, so everybody knows outside of, I'm trying to get Willow alone
Right.
for us. Well, we have to get the scroll.
Yeah. All right.
So, am I supposed to do is like an actual ritual, or do they care how the blood gets get out of me?
The basin's, so Santhra's holding the basin in her left hand, and she has this very fine pointed dagger in her other.
I don't like that dagger. Is it supposed to be used? Because then he's going to pull out his own hunting
So
dagger.
you just okay.
I brings out his own hunting dagger and just goes on his hand,
All right. And
drips some blood in there.
Santhra's like, well, I guess it's more than usual, but thank you.
Yeah, well, I want magic.
Who's next out of you two?
I guess I'm probably sitting
Yeah, you're right.
beside
Yeah,
Vez.
okay, so yeah, Iora, they come literally right. You're right next to.
So okay, has everybody else done this?
Yeah, there's been a few that are kind of like you can tell they're like this is their first time, very trepidatious.
No one wants to be last in the blood splitting night blood sharing ritual.
Yeah,
I learned that in 6th grade.
That's why I use my own knife.
yeah, exactly, man. Like,
Don't
don't share knives.
Don't.
There was seriously don't share needles and don't become blood brothers with people.
Yep.
Oh, I
That's
think
the thing.
Yeah.
That's how you get all
AIDS.
sorts of diseases.
How you get AIDS? That's the only way to get AIDS. Yeah, no, I'm using my own knife too, man. That's like
You have a knife?
Well, I got one now. I got one now.
So yeah, how do you kind of?
I don't believe any of this, but I'm going along for the sake of appearances here. I don't want to like we're trying to complete a thing, and a couple drops of blood is a small price to pay. So yeah, into the fingertip, and a couple drops in there, and I'm out.
Cool. Yeah. So yet again, they're like Santhra's like, oh no you. Oh okay. Well, next time, use a ceremonial dagger.
Yeah, but it already has blood on it.
That's fine. It all collects here, and she motions to the basin.
Clearly, not all of it collects there because there's some still on the dagger. And it isn't the goblin blood. It's the guy next to the goblin who looks like he has dirty fingernails.
She's not saying this, but as the narrator, you're talking about the sad clown.
Yeah. Sad cloud looks at his nails.
He's like, oh, yeah.
I think it's a woman. Yeah, the sad clown's a woman.
You don't share needles with sad clowns. That's a belief next time.
All right, and so Santhra keeps on going around and comes to you, Tusk. What do you do?
Yeah, I kind of just sit and stare skeptically for a minute. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do this or just walk out.
I mean, are there other people? There's other people who are not doing it.
Everyone, there's been people that have been trepidatious and like delayed, but they finally cave in eventually.
It's like communion. You don't have to get up and eat the wafer.
Well, so far everyone has
eaten the wafer.
Yeah,
peer pressure.
Exactly. You can feel the peer pressure.
And who's the one doing the basin, carrying the basin and everything? Santhra.
Bloodfire.
Who you know?
Who you know, but you're
Anthrax.
get up right now.
Yeah, I'm in my get up right now.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Just aviators.
just aviators.
It's like Superman.
Unrecognizable, man. I really don't want to put my blood in this basin. So I'm going to like stand up and say, well, I appreciate you involving me in your little group activity here, but I've kind of lost interest after the consulting with fire bit. So I think I will take my leave, and I very much appreciate it, though, if you don't mind. Pardon me. And I start to walk out. Then I'll like lean to the, Vez and call me if they call me if you need me, and then I just leave. I just leave.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, this my brother burned half my face when I was a child.
I'm basically going to leave. It is my belief that these two have it under control. Vez is going to meet up with what's her face, and I know that Iora is going to help. So I'm going to go and try to find spoils in this place while they're doing their business.
And plus, I mean, you heard the crazy Jack Nicholson Wilker thing.
Yeah, I heard Wilker. So, I know, I better keep a lookout for him and Bug, who has disappeared for unexplained reasons. And
it's a good thing we can't hear other people's noises through that amulet.
Dude, so did you want to roll anything to disengage, or
do I have to roll something to disengage?
No, I think I'm
just casually leaving. This doesn't seem like it's a hostile environment at all. They're just kind of doing a.
I'm just going to say people take notice. I'm filling up the beat clock.
Take notice. Of course, people take notice. I'm a huge guy, and I'm standing up and walking out of the room. Everyone's going to look at the big guy with aviators.
B for blood and fire.
B for blood. B for blood.
Okay, yeah. So you get out. Where do you go?
Essentially, I'm going to be exploring and trying to find spoils where nobody's looking, where I can kind of like just because this is a fancy place.
Oh yeah.
I'm also looking out for Wilker and Bug, although I don't know if I'll find Bug anytime soon. I guess. I mean, I could roll fortune to see who I bump into first.
Go ahead and roll fortune.
What's that? 2 or just 1?
I mean, how are you going to run into Bug?
Well, I'm exploring. I might be like walking around and be like one day.
You probably won't run into Bug, but it's more like
right. Okay. Yeah. What I find. All right. Yeah. Sure. I rolled a 2.
Is it bad
Actually,
luck
no,
if you
one's
find
good.
Wilker,
Okay,
or is
cool.
it good
Actually,
luck?
you got
it's
it.
hard to tell.
So yeah, you're walking around. You probably go downstairs and stuff. And you're like, oh, I don't know, whatever. But you finally
Trying to find the treasure
Right.
room, we'll say.
and the one of the rooms that you open up is a gambling parlor. It's full of smoke, and you see across the room by the window Wilker. I kid you not. 2 was
Where he went to.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's a room full of people.
Yes, lots of people.
Did they didn't notice
No.
me? Because
You got the prow.
I'm gonna take a look around. I'm looking for something to fashion a costume out of.
Well, there's these curtains. There. Toga. There's whatever you think in a regular smoke. This is more like not. This is like a smoky gambling parlor. It's a lot of roulette, craps, and blackjack.
So people have like their coats on them or their
Yeah.
I am Wilcario Vesuvius, the Roman senator.
yeah. I'm basically gonna look for a mask to go with my toga.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you find one soon enough. What is it?
It is an owl. It fits in really well with the toga effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you're seeing Wilker kind
I'm
of
watching Wilker
putz
put
around.
together
Yeah.
this outfit base, his costume.
You look
yeah.
like a modern art exhibit.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm an owl bear.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess as long as I have him in my sights, it's,
Got you in my sights. And
we'll keep an eye on him.
so while you're watching Wilker or Gears do this kind of stuff, you've kind of kept your eye on the Iron Dragoon, at least when you're in the atrium.
Yeah.
And you're kind of standing in the opening of the gambling parlor, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. And you hear thunk, thunk, thunk of Iron Dragoon.
Uh-oh.
And they kind of tap your shoulder. And what do you do?
I turned to look at him.
And
I just kind of like, can I help you?
as you say that, as you turn around and you say, can I help you? You notice that it's Grace.
Oh, no. It's Grace.
Yeah. Would you like to describe who Grace is for everyone?
Grace is, I can't remember what I told originally. I think it was like an elvish.
I didn't get her race, so you can.
Yeah, she's like an elvish woman. She, I don't know how to describe her other than, she's like an elf. She's beautiful. But she has, she's an Iron Dragoon, so she's been, well trained. So she's beautiful, but looks fierce in a way. But she has short hair. I don't know how else to describe her. But, she's kind of,
You guys have
she's definitely from a higher class family. So it was kind of
Who is she to you?
Yeah.
She was like, have you guys seen the DreamWorks animation film Sinbad?
Oh my god.
It's kind of like that weird relationship where, for whatever reason, one time we kind of crossed paths at one point. Like, she was kind of a tomboy as a kid. And one day, DeMarco as a kid was like getting in a fight with like some other punks, and she wanted to join in. And her and DeMarco formed a kind of friendship through that way, through camaraderie, I guess is the word. Yeah. They were friends for a long time till eventually she reached that age where it was like, you got to be doing ladylike stuff or get into
the academy
or stuff like that. And then, they separated ways, basically.
But she's kept tabs on you,
Yeah.
ran into you in inappropriate time.
Yeah, because she's the police and I'm a criminal.
Right.
So go figure, right?
And so as you're saying that, and you're like, can I help you? You're like, Grace is like, DeMarco, what are you doing here?
Grace, what are you doing here?
Well, I was hired to guard for this party.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm here to enjoy the party. I can't believe you recognize me in my costume.
Well, it's the jacket, of course.
Oh, right.
Hopefully you're not on some kind of business. I wouldn't like you to be disgraced and in trouble. It would cause a lot of trouble for your father, right?
Yeah, it sure would. So how have things been with you? I'm kind of just here to enjoy the party, staying out of trouble or trying to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean?
That's right. She's like, I'm going to keep an eye on you, DeMarco.
I would rather you not. You're not my mom, so, get off my back.
That's true, but we've already had some commotion. Do you know anything about that?
What happened?
Okay.
You honestly didn't hear.
And so she'll describe to you, like,
The events of what happened.
with Wilker. Yeah,
I'm trying my hardest not to give Wilker a glare. Like,
yeah. It's Wilker's in the background. Like,
like running around. It's like, oh, God. Wow, that sounds like quite a thing. Did you, so did you ever find out what that was about? Or
yeah, I had to throw his ass in the ditch.
I mean, what was he doing? Was he like just drunk and acting like a butthole? What is the Iron Dragoon doing here anyways? Is like, is this something that the Iron Dragoon does on a regular basis, or?
Well, sometimes we're hired to watch out for these, and she kind of motions around to people and stuff like these upper class, well-to-do people. There's a lot of Underhills here and Armarions and some Stouts. Of course, it's one of these stout estates.
Yeah, but those guys usually hire their own goons. So what? Are you guys like in their pockets now or something?
I think she goes, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
But you can tell on her face. She's begrudgingly like that.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that, but she's like,
Yeah.
nah, okay.
You can tell by her face that it's like that, but she wishes it wasn't like that.
Because the Iron Dragoon is basically the city patrol police.
Are they mounted?
Some are, but not a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are foot cops kind of thing. They usually have like long arms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have guns?
Very rarely.
So does Wilker see?
Yeah, so eventually
sure.
you see...
He's making friendly with those Iron Dragoons.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of them that literally threw your ass out in the ditch.
They're patting each other on the back. And
Well, I think Wilker is going to do his best to avoid the Iron Dragoons. I've made myself a costume. So yeah, I'm just going to try and mingle quietly.
So he's out mingling with other people? Or
Are you staying in the gambling parlor, or are you walking past him, get out of the gambling parlor?
I'm not going to go near the Dragoons, so I'm just going to be observing how gambling machines work.
The only machine thing is like the roulette table you had great experience with last.
I know. I want to learn more about it.
Jesus.
I'm not going to actually try and open it up this time, but I'm just going to see if I can suss out how the inner workings of it work.
Can't tell a bird not to fly.
So I'm going to try to disengage with Grace and say, I know you got your job going on. You got people to babysit. I got people to babysit. So let's just let's talk some other time,
And she kind of, with her long arm, she's like, all right. Like she kind of taps it to remind you. She's like, all right, but I'll be keeping my eye on you. And you see her walk off.
She like walks off,
Yeah,
walks backwards, and it's like,
but she starts walking. But she turns up around. She's like,
and then she bumps into something.
She's like, no.
Like,
She's like, make sure to tell Brutus that I said hi.
Sure thing. He's doing great these days, by the way. I mean, he's still injured, but whatever. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's doing great. Can't walk by. Thanks for asking.
He's doing great. He's kind of paralyzed from the waist down, but bye. Now, I don't know what his injury is specifically,
Yeah, we don't know.
like a bum leg or something.
Yeah, well, we can figure it out another time. Yeah. Bug, what are you doing?
Still going on?
We'll say they finally finish at some point.
Does he leave, or do they leave together? Is there cuddling?
No. No, he leaves.
He never noticed me.
Nope.
She never noticed me.
Nope.
Is there anything valuable in this room?
No.
DNA.
I haven't figured this out myself, so that's why I'm asking you. Is she like one John a night kind of gal, or like...
You tell us, man.
I feel like...
girlfriend.
How she...
Roll D20.
No.
The economy
sure-
of prostitution and
Would you say Bug has stalked her enough to know her patterns, and like followed her enough in her daily life?
Follow.
No, I think
no.
Bug knows. I personally do
I
not know.
think...
You personally do not know.
I was thinking... Okay, let's put it this way. She is cleaning herself and making herself way more presentable to probably be able to go back out there, you could say.
it seems to me like the very fact that neither she nor the John actually saw Bug would reinforce the idea that she doesn't know Bug exists. Bug just stalks her around.
This could be the relationship he's been talking about.
Right.
Just yes.
My character knows. I don't. I haven't thought that
Right, so
out.
he's establishing the fiction of her.
I
Well, now-
see.
My character knows this. I do
Right.
not personally have it decided.
It's appropriate to explore that kind of stuff, like the
Yeah.
exploring fiction.
Yeah.
I say it's Fight Club, and Matilda doesn't exist.
She's clearly getting ready to go again.
Yeah.
It's her job, man.
And she screams, "Who are you?"
All right, so she's getting herself back up and ready to go. Do you do anything?
Would I talk to Matilda? Would it be weirder if I talked to her or weirder if I didn't?
It would be weirder if you talked to her.
I think we're kind of past the point of, is this weird?
Good job in there.
I hate you.
I got some pointers for you. I took some detailed notes.
What's your beliefs and instincts?
Belief, Matilda needs protection and deserves better. Those in power deserve no leniency. Vez is the only one who can be trusted completely. Instincts, when cornered, he lashes out, never leaves anything behind, and always be earning. Does it look like...
This might be a slightly defining moment of Bug.
Does it look like this is a room she comes back to?
Maybe.
Was the bed already messy? I don't know.
Well, you don't know because, you didn't watch them at the get-go.
I could talk to her, but that'd be weird. And then I'd have to make Josh roleplay Matilda.
I've been thinking about that.
And then he would ruin... and then he would ruin... And then he would ruin the Matilda I have in my head. Which is really the problem, because it's like, in my head, I don't know. I wouldn't want Josh... I mean, I could roleplay Matilda and Bug.
You should do that.
Yes, do it.
But that'd be awful.
No.
Or you could appoint one of us to be Matilda.
Oh,
Yeah, but
God,
again,
no.
it would be the same problem if Josh did it.
Yep.
But we look forward to the challenge.
But I'm not going to talk to her because I don't want to do that.
Okay, so what do you do?
I might go look around in some of the other rooms.
Can DeMarco and Wilker hook up? I mean,
Yeah, you guys are together.
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
I'll go over and explain to him
so
that the joy of this new chemical I've found.
I wince at it when I see it. When you see you pull it out, I just kind of go,
Oh.
step back a little bit.
I've had the most amazing experience tonight.
Okay, what's
Shake, 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 shake.
what do you got there, Wilker?
Oh, why don't you? Well, let's find some stuff to. How would you say heist? To boost, to rip off, to acquire, to.
Are you talking about making coin?
Let's make some money.
Let's make some money. Sounds good to me. But what's with the vial?
Nothing. Just point me in the right direction.
You guys are in a gambling parlor.
We're in a gambling parlor.
This monk one's pretty dope, though.
Everyone I look
I
at, I'm
only
like, oh,
have-
that's so cool.
Well, since we're in a gambling parlor, there's got to be money around here.
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
Would it be obvious what kind of area they would have the safe for, like holding money for this little thing?
You could do. Oh, you can go ahead and do a survey or a hunt.
I was like, I don't have any of those. That's why I asked if it'd be obvious.
You can find them that way.
I have study. Could I just watch where people go and see if I could follow money from one part of the room to another?
Yeah, because there's got to be like people who exchange the money, who work there, and he could at least study their patterns.
Study is more a person, document, or item with close scrutiny to gather information. Apply.
It's okay.
Versus survey is a location or situation to understand what's going
it's
on.
well done.
Hunt, gather information. A target, gather. Well, maybe. I guess you can try study. Sure. It'd be like you see one of the dealers, in quotes, even though it's not really a big establishment, kind of going around, make sure everyone has chips and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it as a system.
So what does this look like, Ian? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just leaning there beside DeMarco with my little vial hidden in my palm, and just taking note of who moves where and where they go and where they take that tray of chips to and where they picked up the tray of chips. Mm-hmm. Where'd those come from?
Roll a risky standard.
6 and a 4.
Oh, you do it. This is yet again like a converted room. This may have been like a really big dining room, pretty much, right?
Sure.
And there you see them go off into probably would be kind of a halfway kitchen area. You see them go between these doors, and you're like, it's probably that way, if any direction.
I will point it out to you. It looks like they're taking all the money in there. Is that where we go? Is that how we go get money? Is that where money is found?
So he sees them go into the door, and just like two tellers, or
no, they're going into a room.
Yeah, see, the guy first he went to that table over there, then he went to that table, and then they went over to that room, and so that makes me think that the room over there is where the money is all at.
All right,
is that where we go? Is that what we do?
That's where we're going to go, and that's what we're going to do. This is what I want you to do.
Well, one second,
Gearson.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's the boost.
Jeez.
If you want another +1, you got a boost.
I gotta watch him oh geez, this is what I'm dealing with.
He's
what I want you to do is when you get a chance,
see if you can tinker with the door and make sure that it stays unlocked. I don't know if it gets locked or whatever. Probably if they're doing money exchanges and stuff. Make sure that the door stays open, and then we'll both get in there and take care of things quietly as possible.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't. If I try to put my hand on his shoulder, I don't think it'd be his shoulder. It'd be like his entire body.
Yeah,
because of how big I am in comparison. But I essentially do that, and I go quietly.
I totally picture Wilker.
Quiet. He's like, I can do it so quietly. Watch this. I'm a new man. Yeah, I'm going to wander over and see how the door locks.
Just a standard lock. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy? For real?
Because this is all converted place.
Oh,
right.
right.
For right now.
So this is like a pantry or something off in the room. Right?
It's like so there's probably like a really big kitchen somewhere in the place, and this is like, this is where you're getting the stuff ready again to serve, like warming it back up. So it's like a halfway kitchen, or I don't know what you call it.
So is the plan that we're just gonna?
If the door's not, can we check to see if the door's locked first? I mean, there's no point in having him tinker with it.
You don't really see people locking and unlocking. They just keep on going in and out.
I just give you a shrug.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And then I'll go.
And then a thumbs up, like I got it.
Yeah.
I got this.
So okay, yeah. I go over there. I go to the door, and I'm going to try to be very, kind of casual about it, to not draw attention. So should I roll a prowl?
Yeah, you're playing it cool.
I'm playing it cool in my prowl, and I got 1 in
Risky
prowl.
standard.
So risky standard. Oh no, I got a 2. All right. I'm being too casual. And they're like, man, what's this problem?
Lean against the door.
You're kind of walking up.
Yeah.
And you hear Grace's voice is like, I knew it. And we're going to leave it right there as she starts approaching you. Going back to Bug real quick, because you wanted to go earn.
Yes.
It's the man.
It's the man. Shit.
What floor am I on? Is this?
Second.
How many floors are there?
3.
Yeah, I'd like to sneak up onto the 3rd floor. See what I can...
You get to 3rd floor.
Just do.
Yep.
Is it busy up here?
It's like a party. It's busy everywhere.
Oh, so it's not like the 3rd floor is off limits? Or
No.
Is there part of it that is off limits? This house?
That's a great question. Yes.
Okay. How big of an area are we talking?
It's like the last 2 rooms.
Like a wing?
Yeah,
No,
it's this
not a wing.
part of the wing. This is the very end of part of the wing.
Like guards kind of thing?
There's like a stanchion and like a person sitting there.
Is he paying attention?
As best as someone that's probably supposed to be on guard is doing so.
I mean, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. There's clearly a person watching to make sure only the correct people go behind the stanchion.
Are these rooms are these on the wall?
Yeah, there's 2 hallways going both ways on all 3 floors.
Okay.
And so but there's rooms because you get converted. It's just like someone renting out a gigantic mansion for throwing a party.
I'm gonna try and find a semi-empty room, like the one Matilda went in to go.
Okay, so you're going to pick a random room right next to the stanchion, right before the stanchion is what you're saying?
Yeah. And then,
all right.
I mean, if it's got people in it, I'll say, shut the door.
Sure, give me a fortune.
4.
Okay, yeah, there's no one in there.
Does it have a window?
Yep.
I'm going to use my light climbing gear, which is 1 load.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the shit out of my special playbook stuff.
Boom. All right. What?
It's just, it just takes 1 load instead of 2. And I assume it's super good.
Yeah, it's good. It helps.
And I'm just going to climb over the window and then climb into the windows about where those 2 guarded rooms would be.
Yeah, so you now I'm going to have you roll for climbing to get over there. But yeah, as you get to the window is locked.
I'm going to use my fine lockpicks and undo it.
Do you have any things in Tinker?
I have 1.
All right, so this will be risky great effect.
Do the fine lockpicks, are they giving me anything?
The great effect.
Okay, so I've used 2 load. Big money, no whammy. I got a 5.
All right, so you do it. So you pop it open. Oh, man. And there's like these really big blackout curtains that have been pulled across the window.
Are they're blackout?
Yeah.
Okay, well, luckily I have a black cloak on.
You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of slide my way in.
Yeah.
And wrap it around me so I don't look too unassuming. It's dark out, right?
Oh, yeah. You kind of peer probably over the curtain, and this room is like the master bedroom, you could say, like, or the biggest bedroom in the house, kind of get up. And it's all been moved out. There is like this tomes open up. There's a big old, pretty much where you sacrifice people.
Booty.
Altar?
Yeah.
Altar,
An
yeah.
altar.
Didn't I call it
There's
the
a big
blood altar?
There's a big old altar. For some reason, that was escaping my head. There's a big old altar. There's a whole bunch of like ritual candles and stuff, but there's like no one in here.
Okay.
And I'm going to advance a clock.
What is the clock advance? I did that so sneaky.
You go to 5.
Oh, okay.
This is probably one of the... I don't know how this works, but I would like... This is probably using my foresight ability.
Okay.
Where I would like to have a flashback where I am talking to... who's my person? Celia, right? Saying, hey, we're going to this masquerade party at the Bronzeworth estate. Do you know who's running security for that?
She's like, well, there's going to be some Iron Dragoon there, of course. I believe there's going to be one Vanguard of Light there, because of some of the very well-to-do people there.
Sure. I would like to make sure that whoever's guarding the off-limit section of the estate, can be someone who might look the other way if we were to stick our noses in there.
Right. They rattled down names, and they're like, oh, one of the people is Orlando Hitchcock.
Old O, Big O, they call him.
Yes, exactly. But you're just flashing to get that information?
Well, I'm flashing to put someone in that position that's...
Right.
Will look the other way.
Okay. Well, that'll be 1 stress.
Okay. I can live with 1 stress.
And the clock I'm filling up is the K clock.
Sure. I didn't want you to fill it up if the information I was going to use was going to change that.
No, I won't change it. Still on track.
Just nice to have that guard there not being an issue.
Yeah. Good idea. I guess we'll leave Bug as they are. All right, back to the Blood Party people.
Yeah.
V and Sable.
All right. So we gave her offering, and
and they do some prayers and stuff like that, and people just kind of disperse. They're like, Willow is like, all right, yes. I feel reinvigorated and ready to take on this rest of this party.
Yeah. Same.
Willow gets up, her entourage gets up, and people are trying to pretty much stick around Willow to talk with her, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over to Iora. That little giant Willow.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna show me magic later.
I heard that.
So good for me.
Right.
Because then we have her alone.
Yeah. Okay.
We want her alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me there when she shows you her quote unquote magic?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't do really well in social situations. So does she want me alone?
It kind of sounded like but we can make that happen. That's okay.
Should we let everybody else know that we got Willow?
I think we just did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
if they're paying attention, are you guys paying attention?
Hey, are you guys paying attention? Meanwhile, we're hearing this ridiculous, coked up Wilker rant about being quiet. Quiet. Yeah. So if you want me there for that, we can make that happen. If you want to do this alone, that's kind of the way it's been set up, and we can make that will happen if we don't do anything.
Just would it be better if I was alone with her for social stuff?
No, but
so she doesn't.
She's expecting you to be alone.
Yeah, that.
And so she would be less anxious probably if you were alone. But I think our chances of getting what we want might be a little higher if I'm there.
I'll let you make the decision when it comes time to it.
Okay.
But we should probably stay around her.
We'll stick close to her for a while yet.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great. Good talk.
What team on 3? 1, 2, 3, team.
What team? That was too fast.
That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
People are starting to walk out. What do you two do?
Hover. So she told Vez in a couple hours.
Yep.
So I'll follow her for a couple hours.
Oh, and I'm the creepy one.
I'm going to step out and mingle a bit, but Obviously, I'll be listening and let me know if you need me.
What are you doing if you're splitting off?
Well, I'm just not being awkward is what I'm doing. I just don't want to be the weirdo hanging out for 2 hours in a room while Willow
No,
looks
they're
uncomfortable.
exiting the
They're
room.
it's like,
okay,
it's like a
so-
group of people.
Yeah, they're exiting, going back into the party area.
Yeah.
Okay,
Say.
and
Like an
so
entourage.
If you have the most popular person at the party, and all these people want to be vying for things, it's like, well, duh, you want to stick around.
okay, well then, yeah, I don't have anything I was going to do outside. I just didn't want to be weird.
Right.
But yeah, I can do that. If this is the time we move, then let's do it.
Basically, I'm just trying to wait for her to, when she's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll show you the magic.
Where she's like, hey, yeah, come on, baby.
Yeah. And then says, hey, I gotta go for the night.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as you guys are going through and going with the entourage, and you go back into the party, the music's going all great. You don't see any of your other people
Nope.
around. Like Willow tries to go and dance at some point, or kind of mixing it up and stuff like that. And you two at one point see like a slightly short person dressed as a werewolf, and like because they kind of have some fur like clothing on pretty much, right, to cover them up. They don't have paws on per se, they have their hands. They have like the skinned wolf, probably not a werewolf, like head kind of on their head as well. You've been around enough to like you've been looking at him for a while, and you're like, shit, that's Axel Turner,
Who the fuck is Axel Turner?
a dwarf, part of the Hidden Dagger.
Okay.
And the Hidden Dagger.
The Assassins and Thieves Guild remnants.
Yeah. So
Guys who
you
hate
both
us?
have Adira Woodrow and Axel Turner in your presence now.
And they're both from the Hidden Dagger?
Yep.
Oh, I wonder why they're here.
Time to kill them?
Well, we don't
You
like.
could even
They don't
say
like us, and they don't like us. We don't like them.
You can even say that they're blades in the dark. Ooh, hidden dagger. They're playing the real game here.
They didn't name their gang the Night Snails.
I hate us.
Don't
I love
I love us.
So what do you
We're the-
two
we're the
do
best.
with this kind of discovery? Like you could say 1 hour into hanging with the posse and
Yeah.
having fun and stuff like that.
We've seen 2 members of the Hidden Dagger, but they don't necessarily seem to be like Axel's not hanging with anybody, right?
He's with the entourage.
Okay, he's with the entourage, and Adira was
The one that
that,
helped
was
Vez.
mysteriously there at a weird time. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll certainly let the rest of the group know that the Hidden Dagger seems to be here and might be making a move.
Are we on their turf? Are they on our turf?
Whose turn
No,
is
you're not on
this?
your turf.
They're the group we like the least at this point.
Yeah, negative
Yeah.
2.
Hidden daggers.
And they are
They will- can
built
and
for they are built for this kind of thing. So
And it goes to -3.
You're at, so if you go to -3, you're at war. -2 is they'll go out of their way to like kind of mess with you
Are we a negative
or
3
to
of them?
We're at
stop
negative
you.
2.
Okay.
FYI, everybody, watch out for a werewolf. That's Axel Turner, and Adira is dressed like the Phantom of the Opera.
There's an actual werewolf here.
No, he's just a little dwarven thief.
There's
I
probably
didn't believe in phantoms.
there's probably an actual werewolf here. We just can't tell.
Probably, yeah, because of the Beasts of the Night Lions, but that's
That's something else.
I would like steer clear of these guys as much as possible.
well, you're kind of trying to be in Will's entourage, and these two are
That's trouble.
clearly
Yeah.
in the entourage
Yep,
as well.
that is trouble. At this point, it looks like a party of 2, Vez. Nobody else is around.
What?
Well, Wilker's gone. Tusk and Bug are... Who knows?
But we need the scroll.
Sure. Keep an eye out. Be careful.
Why? Am I being alone now?
No, we're just... There are enemies in this group that we...
Well, yeah.
So be careful. That's all.
Okay, fine.
Like, it's not like I'm going to get him... It's not like I'm going to arm wrestle these people. I'll watch them, for sure. Just make sure they're not sneaking off or doing a thing.
I think so. You guys are like chatter all about this kind of stuff, right? And Axel takes notice after a while, like that you guys keep on like making glances and you're chattering.
Chatter,
and so
right over there.
yeah, exactly.
Werewolf, chatter.
And so Axel actually comes up to at least Vez because more of the same height.
I will stab him in his foot. No.
I don't know, but yeah, Axel comes up to you and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing here, twitchy one?"
Hanging.
What
What are you doing here?
dancing, and he kind of coughs back at.
So, Axel, it looks like you've dressed as your mother tonight, and I think that's That's a very nice way to honor a dwarven woman.
Axel punches you in the face.
Oh, he started it. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it.
Thanks for listening to Tales from Moxbury. If you liked what you heard, you can find more at geekspective.com and on Twitter at geekspective. You can also find me on Twitter at EvilDMJosh if you're interested in geeky tweets. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. He can be reached on Twitter at Rudy Basso for all your podcast needs. If you'd like to support Tales from Moxbury, you can become a patron at patreon.com/geekspective or write a review on iTunes instead, or just tell a friend. Thank you for listening. See you all in 2 weeks.